Hey everybody, what's up? Someone asked me today, they said they were considering buying a motorcycle and wondered if I had any advice for it. Actually, in this scenario, I have tons of advice. And for once, I actually know what I'm talking about. I've been riding street bikes for about 7-8 years. The first thing I would do is weigh out the reasons why you want a motorcycle. I think for each person it's different, you know, and understand and recognize they are extremely dangerous. They're not like a car, and you really can't afford to make mistakes. If you're a person who is extremely clumsy, and I do not want to make this sound insulting, if you're a person who's extremely clumsy or in their car finds themselves in more accidents than most people, a motorcycle may not be the thing for you, may not be the ideal thing for you. Also take into consideration the people on the road are out of control, between the texting, talking on the cell phone, eating, smoking, drinking, not paying attention. You have to go with the mindset that everyone is out to get you. I'm going to repeat that. Everyone is out to get you. Once you drill that through your head, that don't just assume when someone's sitting at a stop sign or a street light, they're going to stop or not cut you off or not slam into you. One of the most dangerous places you could possibly be, people would say the highway. Actually, no. It's you being at a dead stop at a stoplight. That is the most dangerous. That's when I'm my most scared, is at a stoplight, because I can't tell you how many times I constantly look in the rearview mirror and I see a car or a truck barreling toward me with the person looking down at their cell phone. You got to weigh into, are you a family man? Do you have kids? Like I said, the decisions you make on a motorcycle are life and death decisions. The freedom that comes with motorcycling is incredible, and it also carries incredible responsibility. I've had a lot of close calls, way too many to sit down and write them down. Would I make the choice not to get a motorcycle again? No. The freedom that I get from a motorcycle, and a lot of people talk about that. If you've never ridden a motorcycle, you don't understand that freedom. It's fearful, exhilarating. There's so many things going on. You have to really multitask. When you're going down the road, you have to look at every street corner, every driveway, from behind every corner. You're constantly scanning for trouble. Some of the best riding in the world is the open road, out on the highway, or in the back country, in farm country, where you don't have to worry. You can look out about the landscape and you can see things coming. When you're in a city area, and that's another thing, if you're in the city, I wouldn't recommend a motorcycle. If there's morons, once you get amongst the city dwelling fools, there's triple the amount of morons on the road. People don't care, and they'll hit you and they'll keep driving. Now, enough of the negative stuff. Let's talk about the positive stuff. What I would definitely recommend first off is, if you have, everyone says, oh, I know how to ride, I know how to ride. Ride a bicycle for about 2 months. Every day, ride your bicycle for about an hour and work on the skills that you worked on when you were a little kid. When you were a little kid, you were fearless on a bicycle. You knew how to ride it. And back then, man, we didn't even have helmets. We just, go. Hop on the bicycle and go. That's the kind of mindset you need when riding a motorcycle. Do a month worth of riding the bicycle every day, and then I would not buy a motorcycle until you took a rider's edge course. I came from the school where I thought I knew everything, and once I took the Rider's Edge course, it was about a $275 investment, but it was the best, hands down the best investment I ever made. I mean, they provide the motorcycles, they provide the helmets, they provide skilled instructors to teach you basically from the ground up. And I watched, out of a class of 50, I watched about 10 people get sent home. And I heard the speech quite a few times, the instructor saying, I would be doing your family a disservice by letting you obtain a motorcycle license. You don't have the coordination for it, and you're going to be dead. And they would send people home. That's how serious it is. But away from that, they teach you how to do everything. Start the motorcycle, turn the motorcycle, pick it up when it falls, they throw logs in front of you when you drive. You learn controlled skids. You need learn how to go through the gears, learn the basic operation of a motorcycle, and it's continuing. You want to continue to take the Rider's Edge courses. I know quite a bit, but I don't know everything, and you have to improve on the skills. You get into a place where you think that you know it all, and I know I've been there. You think you know it all, and you think you know what to expect, and something comes at you that you just did not see coming. And another little tidbit advice I could use, and it's one of their bumper stickers: save a life, look twice. And I know that sounds cheesy, but like I said, I've been riding for years, and I always get to the intersection, I always look both ways. You're not in a car, you're not protected. When you're coming up to a stoplight with a four-way intersection, slow down, move your head around, look, see what's coming. Just because the light's red for the other people doesn't mean they're going to stop. That's happened a lot of times. And actually, I had a close call maybe 2 weeks ago. I was coming out of my driveway. The weather conditions were foggy, and you could see pretty good though. And I looked to my left, I didn't see nothing, and I looked to my right, and I didn't see nothing. And I proceeded to go. I pulled out into the lane, and I heard, and I looked over to my right again. It was a silver car. The guy had painted it like silver primer. It was on me so quick, it was literally 6 inches from my bumper, and I had to floor it to get away from it to keep this bozo from hitting me. But the amazing thing was, for all that screeching he did, he sure as hell didn't stop. If I didn't move, he was going to plow right into me. Rider's Edge would be my most important tip to give you. And don't overbuy on your motorcycle. Don't say, I gotta get me a $22,000 motorcycle if you've never ridden a motorcycle before. Start out small. Start out with a used good bike, Japanese bike, or Japanese bikes are great to start off with. Stay away from the sport bikes when you first start off. Start off with a cruiser, medium to small size cruiser, depending on your body size. Don't make a $20,000 investment and hop on it and think you're going to relive scenes from Easy Rider. That isn't the way it is. You're going to spend a lot of time in parking lots with cones and learning your craft, learning how to ride, learning how to stop, learning how to avoid danger, learning how not to freeze when danger comes in contact with you. You're putting yourself in harm's way, and you need to recognize the risks and balance it to make the ride enjoyable. I use my motorcycle. I go back and forth to work with it, but my commute to work is literally like a mile. And I use it as recreation. I don't use it as my main form of transportation because the odds are so stacked against you in an overpopulated area. It's just a matter of time before you get hit. I don't know if people would argue that, but I'm on the road quite a bit, and I see all kinds of crazy shit, man. I think motorcycles are fantastic. If there was no other drivers on the road, motorcycles would probably be the safest form of transportation, because it's not you, it's not the bike, it's usually hazards in the road, animals, or people in cars. The animals and the people in cars are pretty much the same thing. And like I don't want to talk you out of it. If certain people gravitate toward motorcycles, it's something that you can't fight it. I've been wanting to ride a motorcycle my whole life. It was something I knew I wanted to do, and I wanted to obtain a Harley Davidson. That was also something I wanted to do, and I accomplished that. But my Harley is my whole, it's a big part of my life, man, and I love that bike, and I hate to see anything happen to it. So I constantly train. I constantly re-educate myself on new scenarios. I read. I take advanced Rider's Edge courses. You can never learn enough. And I mean, if you don't listen to what people talk. Listen to people's bravado and macho stuff, and you're not a biker unless you ride wheelies at 80 miles an hour. Those are the people that end up in a hole. Take the bike for what it is. It's a two-wheeled freedom machine, and what it's done for me, I couldn't measure, and how much happiness I get from the motorcycle. I know that sounds strange to a lot of people. It's just you, the road, and your machine, and it's a relationship that's special. It's just, if you've never ridden a motorcycle, you couldn't understand it. Once you take the course, get your license, do tons and tons and tons of practice, and when you think you know enough, practice some more. There's going to come a time where you're going to let off that death grip you have on the handlebars, and you'll start to enjoy the ride. And that's what it's all about. Get together with friends, go for long rides, meet people, get out and about with your motorcycle and your motorcycle friends. That would be the only advice that I have, and hopefully it helps you, and I don't want to discourage you, but I feel as though I'd be doing you a disservice if I just said, yeah, go out there and buy a $22,000 Harley and yeah, floor it. That would just be a disservice. And there's a lot of people out there that are like that, but I mean, I've seen such horrible, terrible things with clowns that I don't drive like that, and I won't ride like that, and I won't encourage other people or hang out with people that ride like that. So hopefully this answers your question, and hopefully it didn't put a damper on what you're looking for. But these are the realities that come with the responsibility of riding a motorcycle. Later.